Steve are both like interesting sides of the double spectrum. While 808, you're expecting 808 to like.
And also,
also
K. Rool. So before, I was going to mention that before 808 played Steve, he was considered one of the best K. Rools like in the country. So we're going to be seeing that K. Rool coming out instead of this match.
Yeah, I guess Steve might have too much of a singular game plan in order to be as reliable in doubles. But meanwhile, this K. Rool, you have instant access to scrapping option, instant access to huge reward, and we're seeing that start off in this game. While he did eat a solid 60 from Robin, because Robin devours heavies with that arc fire. I mean, it's even thus far, and these the light characters of this yellow team are going to be a little bit difficult, but the chase down from Amaryllis with that back air.
Yeah. And the other thing with K. Rool is you're always going to be able to save your teammate pretty much all the time, because with your recovery, it gives very little, it doesn't usually put into tech, so you're able to just save your teammate every single time. On a character like Yoshi, where you have to worry about your double jump being saved, that's definitely an asset you want. But off to a good start here from the yellow team, so we'll see if
the bats within
808 can recover.
The bats within saving from that forward air and sending them too deep to recover. 808 and Sloth are just a little bit behind the 8-ball. I love the movement that Haarsnow has been showing off, doing a lot of back steps, using Robin's solid airspeed to cover a lot of space.
Yeah.
And arc fire can be so devastating to get hit by and super hard to dodge in doubles.
It's devastating in terms of damage, but then also your mental, you're like, I really just got hit by arc fire. And then you have to sit there and think about what you've done. Oh, jeez.
That's no jump on Yoshi, though, going deep for this. And spikes as well with the L-Wind.
No.
Haarsnow.
Yeah, we are at a huge disadvantage here for Green Team. The New England Heroes are not doing well right now. As of right now, Yellow Team is up 4-2. Obviously, that stock on Haarsnow and there we go. Still a 3-2 situation. Not what you're trying to look at in a game one.
Not at all.
Especially off of an SD after the up air.
I mean, up air doesn't tend to that much lag, so it must have been a miscounting of the jump that was lost during the Bayo combo, maybe. Either way, this leaves Sloth on his own against a 2v1, and that which time will seal the deal.
Yeah. That game, it was weird because there was a lot of good signs from 808 and Sloth, but then there was also some messy points where, a couple SDs here or there. That wasn't the first SD that happened in that game, I don't think.
I know that the 808 did lose a stock pretty early on the far right side, but man, that fastball up air just. You should have been able to recover from that in theory, but maybe the lack of a jump, the early fastball, something went wrong in 808.
It's a lot easier to say what went wrong and what didn't when we're sitting at this desk, so it might have just been a slight miscalculation that happened. We'll see what they can do in that game too to put themselves back up, but a good showing. I especially love that L-Wind spike, that double L-Wind spike we got from Haarsnow. It was absolutely beautiful.
Good Robin play is, in my opinion, it's a treat. And on Battlefield, you might be seeing a lot of really good Robin play. The blast zones are big, but the control that zoners can supply on Battlefield is quite amazing. So, you gotta watch out for those K. Rool back air setups because that spike is devastatingly effective.
Absolutely. The other thing you might see, speaking of Battlefield play with Robin, is you might see some of these arc fire ladders and then get any of that set up, which even in doubles is something you never want to get hit by.
Absolutely. I mean, look at 808 just controlling with forward airs and the down air through the stage, hitting the 2-frame with that and suddenly Haarsnow went from having 3 stocks in the previous game at the end to now only 1, and it's going to be up on the back of Amaryllis to kind of keep the yellow team alive here.
Yeah, this is a complete shift from game one. They literally, both teams turned it on their head, and this is what we're watching now.
The dual sides of K. Rool, right? Sometimes you can get bodied, you can get edge guarded, and things go real bad real quick. And then sometimes you're allowed to hit those big, strong moves and take stocks at 70.
And sometimes they let you play the game.
Yeah, and sometimes they let you play the game.
We were watching K. Rool play the game at 150, so a lot will kill in K. Rool here, especially a back air or, thunder just like that. We'll take it every single day of the week. Still, pretty sizable deficit for Yellow Team. They need to get this under control right now. Definitely not out of the realm of possibility. We saw that Haarsnow has that explosive power, especially with those L-Winds. If he's able to find something like that again, they're in a great spot.
getting the dive kick after that. Amaryllis trying to find some flexible combos on these platforms. The percents are running low, but is able to find their way back on stage. The egg into up air, following egg does miss, but Bayonetta losing so much ground here. You need to survive this stock as long as possible. Being down 4 stocks to 3 is not ideal, and this stock is immediately taken, and now it's up to Amaryllis to not get touched.
And that's so much easier said than done here, especially when you have characters like Yoshi and K. Rool who have so many. They are not characters who are lacking kill power.
Yes.
Anything you can say about those characters, that's not one of your complaints. So you have to be especially careful. Especially Yoshi, you have to start worrying about that nair. If not already, soon. Super lucky on the up smash hitbox.
With the dash attack, trying to, I think, do jump ABK from ledge, and it just did not work out. I mean, Haarsnow is going to need a lot of huge plays here, and maybe one or two double ups, 1 or 2 happy birthdays. Fair from ledge? No, he goes for the get up attack.
Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of skill and some divine intervention at this point if you want to take the game.
Oh, that's Yoshi with almost could have been gone there. The K. Rool is out, but still has a second stock. Needs to take advantage of the situation as much as possible. The dash attack comes through, almost killing Haarsnow.
Yeah.
Wow, still surviving. Robin's got some bricks in that road, but not enough juice in order to get back.
Yeah. Just was doing their best to avoid. They couldn't really recover high because they were worried about being hit by the Yoshi there. So you have to find a way to recover without taking the hit, and that's just too much to ask on the fly right here.
Yeah, Sloth looking
real.
Both of that ledge trap entirely looking super prone. They take both of them. Green team taking a big deep breath after a rough game 1. They were able to respond with a solid game 2. But the stage selection is going to deter a lot here. I mean, Yoshi and K. Rool were able to just smother with these big, powerful hitboxes. The raw hit kill power in no shortage from Green Team, so it made a lot of threats for Amaryllis and Haarsnow. Can they find a stage that can supply to the Yellow Team's own game plan, which is very much combo starters and basically just taking one player out of the game for a long period of time.
Yeah, it's very, they try to dissect one player. Just not let that player play the game, which is great when you're trying to do that to Yoshi or K. Rool. You can do that every single day of the week, but we'll see if they're able to do that next game. We're going to small battlefield, you know. Doesn't get much more neutral than this, especially with these 4 characters. And we'll see what Bale can get done here.
Wow,
and Sloth.
The save from Sloth into the footstool from 808, super nice, because, I mean, 808 is already looking like they're getting kind of overwhelmed by Amaryllis, showing off some of that offensive pressure and just missing the forward air finisher, but gets a witch time instead. Amaryllis on fire in this early game, which means all the attention is on them and is trying to escape Bayo's combo routes, leaving Haarsnow at a pretty nice 20%.
Yeah, Haarsnow is able to just kind of lob projectiles, which is exactly what you want Robin to be able to do. You know, Amaryllis out of the game a little bit right now, so maybe able to reset, but, you know, 808 and Sloth are not looking hot right now. We'll see if they're able. They really need a big moment. They need to shift this momentum, and instead they're going to be shifted into the blast zone.
Yeah, just looking like you're trying to close out the stock here on to Amaryllis, but the down throw isn't going to lead to anything from 808. Wow, the trade-off between these two is so rough, but almost dying was Amaryllis, trying to hit that anti-air off in the middle of the stage, losing forward that. Oh, I love that from Amaryllis, getting a quick jab into a change-off into the other, to the opposing side, but going a little bit too deep.
Getting a little too, not even... Getting too ambitious. I wouldn't even use the word greedy, just a bit too ambitious, trying to do it all. Amaryllis has to realize they don't have to. Just take it as you can.
Oh, this forward throw into the, trying to trade off with the opponent. Elwind is in... The Elwind rapid jab has been interesting from Haarsnow. They've been going for it quite a bit, and the hitbox isn't bad. It's just you're burning a lot of resources doing it.
Yeah, especially when your Elwind has been both a tool and a hindrance in this, because they've SD'd but also got the double kill. Great up smash there from Amaryllis to be able to take that off. Gonna keep it going here, but gonna get stuffed out by 808.
All right, that's the first stock on from Haarsnow. Keeping this team in it. I love how Sloth has just been so willing to help the teammate. This the frame port Yoshi up air is so huge, but unable to get there in time as Amaryllis carries 808 all the way to the side blast zone, yet he respawns after a stock change and gets his revenge immediately.
Even if they're able to take the stock off, it is still looking rough. Sloth is in a bad position, needs to stock tank for another couple minutes at least, and that's possible with Yoshi, but it's going to be really difficult, especially with Robin. So much kill power on the board.
Yeah, those weapon aerial smash attacks in the air, all it just needs is one up air to do it. Will the call out be there? No, choosing just to stay grounded and didn't have the 11 on deck. Instead, that bronze sword isn't going to do enough.
All right, can they edge guard Bayo here? No, not going to be able to. This is looking rough for the green team.
Had to take that stock immediately. Huge play from 808, getting the down air into the up smash. I mean, Amaryllis, you need to be able to close out this stock after the movement, and they do so with a back air and a taunt to boot.
Even if you're still able to take out Haarsnow here, I don't know how you're able to get through Amaryllis with how well he's been playing this game.
Yeah, the flexibility, though, just the lack of top platform has been huge.
Oh, no!
Ouch.
Okay, we know you're dead, but let's make you, like, super duper dead.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm going to break your jaw, slash your stomach open. Let's take that game.
And then tell you you're ugly.
All right.